Sorry, I was recording for that camera over there because I'm doing something. Sorry, guys. I was recording for that one over there and then that video. So now we live here. You guys, I really want everybody to, before we get started, give me a two. If you are okay with letting me be my complete and total self, not that somebody gonna let me, but give me a two if you open and free and willing to hear truth and honesty behind what I'm about to say as I drink this wine and untwist my hair. Okay. So, as most of you know, oh yes. As most of you know, by the way, this is shea butter that I'm making. I have a video coming on this soon. But let me just get this out, and then after I get this out, then you guys can ask me whatever you want to ask me, and I will answer it. Just be ready for whatever answer I give you, but I will answer whatever question you have for me. I got my cosmetology license when I was 19. Got my cosmetology license when I was 19 years old, and when I was in cosmetology school, like all I wanted to do was hair, and not just to do hair. Hey, not even to do hair just to be doing hair like for fun, like styling hair and making people cute. But when I started learning about the science of natural hair, it made me fall in love with it. But then, I mean, not but then, but yeah. But then with cosmetology school, it's like, yeah, you learn the science of hair and all of that, but they don't teach you nothing about building clients or anything like that. So I got out of cosmetology school when I was like 19, you know. And from at 19, I was paying booth rent that was $280 a week. You feel me? So today I'm 30. And me and my husband were talking about it, and I was like, it was something that was really bothering me, because just to skip forward, I'll leave some links in the description box below for some of my videos that tell a little bit more about like my journey in the hair industry. So go there after we finish this video if you confused, because this would be forever if I don't get there. So anyway, from 19 to about maybe like 25. Yeah, from 19 to about 25, 24, 25, I was hustling. You hear me? And it's like on social media, y'all see the good part about the hair industry and stuff, but y'all have no idea how hard it is. Like, if you stand a client, a stylist up, you may think like, oh, it ain't no big deal, but it really is, because most people do it, right? But that's it. It comes with the territory. You learn how to get past that. Okay. So my main goal, I was like, okay, I just want my name out there. Not because I want to be famous or nothing, but I'm like, I really want Black women to know how dope they are and how dope everything is, as it pertains to like our hair, and that our hair is no different than everybody else's, right? So originally I wasn't on YouTube because I simply didn't have the time. And watch the video that I'm gonna leave for this missing gap, because it's gonna be a missing gap. But something ended up happening with me on Instagram, on social media. So I decided, I'm gonna build a new platform. I had to start over on Instagram, but I'm like, I'm about to start something here on YouTube too. So I started doing hair and stuff on YouTube, but it was like as I grew on YouTube, and people started knowing my name, a lot of different types of people, just potential clients, but people that had kind of sort of ill intentions, but that didn't bother me. It's the clients. This is something I'm just being real. I'm missing words because I don't want to offend nobody, but y'all said that y'all didn't mind, so this won't be long and drawn out. I'm just about to be real. Like, doing hair is my job. A lot of people think that hairstylists play, but it's my job. Just like, you have a regular 9 to 5, it's our job. But we are our manager, we're our supervisor, we're the person who do the taxes, we the person who do the branding and marketing. Like the job that you work for, you have a certain position. You fill a certain role. For a hairstylist, for a cosmetologist, I am every role of my business, right? So anywho, I did hair from the time I was 18, and then once I hit, like, I want to say maybe like 20, maybe like 25. I think I was like, oh, I don't know, but that's when I started focusing on YouTube for a minute, right? So I started focusing on YouTube, and I say focusing on, in my mind, I wasn't like, oh, I'm about to get a whole bunch of followers, I'm about to get a whole bunch of subscribers. It wasn't like that. It was like, oh, I mean, I'm gonna try to make it YouTube. I was recording videos for Instagram, so I'm like, I already have my camera. When I started posting all of the videos, stuff. But even when I first started my channel, I wasn't making, or whatever it is that you do. You're just an accountant. Clock out of work, it's other stuff that you do. And just imagine, whatever your 9 to 5 is, give me a 3 right now in the comments if you had to do your job, if that's all you could talk about. If everybody that came in contact with you, they only identify you as, oh, that's the post for the post office. That's the mail delivery girl. And then every time somebody see you, all they want to talk about is the mail. They don't talk about nothing else. All they ever want to talk about is the mail, ever. Accountant, you a teacher, anything. That's all they ever want to talk about. And it's excruciating, because I'm so much more than that. So anyway, as you on YouTube, and depending on how long the videos are, because everybody's videos are different, but depending on how long your videos are, you can make a whole lot of money real fast. So as I'm growing in my clientele, getting more clients, but things aren't changing. Yes, I'm getting way more clients, I'm getting way more bookings, but people still, hold on, y'all. Yes, I'm getting way more clients, I'm getting way more bookings and stuff, but people, as I got more clients and more bookings, it wasn't like, oh, she got a whole bunch of followers on social media, so we gonna respect her. Like, no, it wasn't like that. It was the opposite. So I decided that I was tired of arguing with the same women that comment. Like, first of all, let me say this. It's not a different planet. Like it's one planet that all of the women that call you bitches hoes on YouTube live on. And all of the people, all of the women that call you out of your name and say rude stuff to YouTubers in the comments, it's not like they live in another country. They're on planet Earth. They're in America. So the same women that call people out of their name, or the same women that's, talking bad about hairstylists online, like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about? Shut up, B. Those the same women that book appointments, right? So on social media, everybody's like, oh no, I don't do that. It ain't no good hairstylists out here. But it's like, but yo, though, like, we go on YouTube, look in the comments of so I'm just naming some of my favorite YouTubers, Janae Nichols, all of them, the master stylist. Go in their comments, it's people like, oh, you suck, woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, okay. I remember being at work one day, and it was this black stylist who will remain nameless, but she's older than my mother. Okay. And my mama gonna look me if I tell y'all how old she is, but just know my mom is 52. That's all I'm gonna say, right? So this woman per se was like close to 60. Okay. And the other woman that was right next to her, she was 63 years old. The woman that was next to her, I almost said her name. She was 63 years old. And I remember this day in particular, I think I was like cleaning my room or something. I don't know. I knew I was cleaning my room. I don't know if I was about to go or not. But she comes in my studio, because I was at Phoenix Salons at that time. And who just told who that was? My bad. And so when I was at Phoenix Salons, she ended up coming up to me and saying, hey, Sin, do you have any extra hair in here? Because I used to sell hair to my clients. And so I was like, oh, well, what kind do you need? So she showed me the picture. Mind you, this woman that I am about to, and I swear to God, this happened on my father's ashes. Okay. The lady is like she was 62 years old. See, specifically, she was 62 years old because I remember she had a birthday a couple of weeks prior to. And this woman was 62 years old. She was going to pick her client up from her house. Not her house, pick her client up from home because her client didn't have a ride, and her client told her that 20 minutes before her appointment. Okay? So she had to go pick her client up, and then her client also let her know that she did not have any hair. And so she needed her to also take her to the beauty supply store to get hair. You heard what I said. So keep in mind, anybody that's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Believe it. It's the norm. It's the norm. The stories that I'm about to tell y'all, this not no once in a lifetime type shit. This is what women do. This is how the hair industry is. You got some stylists that get real lucky that don't have to go through that, but the majority of hairstylists go through that. Okay. So anywho, she's like, oh, well, do you have any hair? She's like, because I really am not trying to, be doing all that driving. Keep in mind, her weave, the weave that she was giving her was $65. So she was going to pick her up, take her to the beauty. I'm sorry, 85. I'm sorry, 85. So she was going to pick her up from home, take her to the beauty supply store to get the weave, do her hair, and then take her back home for $85. Okay. And she's 62 years old. And I told myself at that moment, I remember I was about to go home because I remember it messed my day up because I'm like, holy shit. Because at that point I think I was like 25, 26. And it scared me. It scared shit out of me. I was like, this can't be my life. I can't be 62 years old going to pick women up, and then 5 minutes later, I'm gonna say her name too. The other older woman came here. She's 55. She comes in the room and she overhears our conversation, and she comes in the room letting us know that her client just stood her up, and she's been doing hair since she was 18, and she's 56. And at that moment, I decided I have to be more than just a hairstylist. Like I can't. I mean, not more than just a hairstylist to infer that we don't do a lot, because we do a lot. But I'm like, people don't respect us, and I can't see it changing anytime soon. And here these women go. At this point, they've been doing hair for now they've been doing hair for like 35, 36 years. At this point, they have been doing hair longer than I have been on this earth. And I told myself, I'm not about to be like that. I'm not about to be. I promise I'm going to get to y'all questions as soon as I get done with this piece. As soon as I get done saying this, I told myself I'm not going to be that type of hairstylist. So I'm just not. I can't live my life like that. I can't see myself at 60 years old. Mind you, at that point in time, I had somebody stand me up that day. It happened at least twice a week. So I'm like, I can't still be in my freaking 60s calling somebody trying to get them to come to a damn appointment. No way. So that's when I really started going hard, like on YouTube, but I was getting more so into education and the way that the YouTube algorithm works. Actually at this time, there was no algorithm. So I would do, if y'all go back and look at my older videos, I would do educational videos about high porosity. My first Olaplex video was almost 2 years ago. Okay, so I used to do a crap load of, and I promise I'm gonna get to your comments and stuff. Like I used to do silk. I used to do silk presses on a regular freaking basis, and so I remember half of them every day. And then I get home around 9-10 o'clock at night. I've barely eaten all day because I know for some people gonna be like, oh, see, you shouldn't have did that, but when you do, if you a hairstylist and you agree with me, please give me a 5. But when you are doing hair, you literally go to another place mentally, and you be on like autopilot. You're like a robot, but like a well-oiled machine, a well-working robot. but I would put myself in this mindset. Like I would see my first client, I would look at my schedule, I'd be like, bet, okay, my first client coming in at 6:45 and my last one come in at 5:30, 6 o'clock. And as long as everybody come in at the right time, I'll be able to get home by this time, because that's how we live our life. When you clock in at work, you know that I'm gonna be there at 9 and come 5 o'clock. I don't give a shit what I got on this table. I'm going home at 5. For a hairstylist, it don't work like that. If she don't have no policy, if you decide that you're going to be 20, 30 minutes late and she thought that she can make an appointment or go out with her friends or something, or go see her mama if her mama in town, and she told her mama, hey, mom, I'll be there by 4, and you 30 minutes late, you control her life. From the time I was 19 until I walked away from the hair industry, I had no fucking life. Okay? No life. Because people think that they own you. For example, I would get sick. I swear to God, this happened. If you a hairstylist and this happened to you, again, give me a 5. Actually, anytime I say something that you go through as a hairstylist, give me a 5. So I would be sick. So imagine everybody else that's on here. If you have a regular 9 to 5, give me a 2. So if you go out with your friends, or let's say your boo come in town and you ain't take off work, you got surprised, you can say, you know what, I don't want to go to work today. And you call, I don't feel good. I'm not coming. And then you be like, all right, turn up. That's what you do, right? But, or if something happens and you sick, this is a real story. Something happened and you sick, you can call into work and say, hey, I'm not feeling good. I'm not coming. And peep this, if they fire you because you don't feel good and you have proof that you don't feel good, you can sue them, right? Wait, but me as a hairstylist, oh no, I don't get to get fucking sick. I don't get to get sick. What are you talking about? I can't get sick. I would get, this happen almost every single time because I don't get sick that often. But I will never forget, I got sick and I text my clients to tell them like, hey y'all, I'm not feeling good at all today. Mind you, I'm in your head, hanging over your head, and I'm like, I don't feel good. Like, if like I can do your hair in a couple days or whatever, like you don't have to pay another deposit. I'm throwing up. I can barely stand up. I got 2 kids that I can't even take care of, and my husband all by himself. And at the same time, I'm like freaking out because now she's filed a dispute. Mind you, she get weaves, and she would get her weave done every couple of months or whatever. And so she had booked and paid up deposits. So she didn't file all of these disputes. So now my account is at negative 350 because she's canceled all of her appointments and filed disputes. And she filed a dispute for the weave that she already had in because she said she should get her money back, refund for her inconvenience. That happened all the time. That happened all the time. That's what women do. Okay? So anywho, at that point, I'm like, especially as I was started on YouTube, I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna focus on education and stuff, because it wasn't just about hair. Like my, not even just right. Actually, I'm not even gonna address that one. Like my video about Olaplex. Oh, I love Olaplex. I'm so excited to share what's coming next with that. But with Olaplex, I had videos with them. My first couple porosity videos, all of those videos were getting just as many views as before. So I decided I kept getting stood up or having clients that was rude. Because keep in mind, even if it's other stylists in here that don't go through this, Vegas is a horse of a whole nother color. I'm not trying to say like, oh, ain't nobody as dope as me. I'm not saying that, but there are not that many hairstylists from Las Vegas, Nevada that are on YouTube or it's so everybody can't say, oh, that wasn't me, because everybody has not walked in my shoes. So I decided, like, after I'm sitting there, like, I remember because I would be at Sola, at Sola salons. And Sola, it's barely black girls there. Like when I was at the Sola salons I was the only black girl. Not Sola, I'm sorry, studio salons. When I was at studio salons, I was the only. No, I'm sorry, Sola. I was over here. Any store there, with the exception of Phoenix, I was the only, like, at least one of 2 black girls in the whole building. Okay. And so I would never forget. And this was the day I knew I was done because, and this was a regular occurrence, but I couldn't take it no more. And at this point, it had been 13 years right here. And then behind me, my headboard is actually not my headboard. My headboard is another studio. And in solar salons, it's predominantly white women. And I'm not going to make this a racial thing, but shit, it is what it is. I would be in my room, and this is me, like y'all, my client, and this is the other room, and I would have a black woman in my face. My silk presses at the time was 85, okay, and then they paid a $21 deposit to secure their appointment, and so they only had to pay the difference once they got there. So they really owed me anything. Anyway, so I'm telling her what the price is. She like, honestly, I will say, seeing my drive already here. She's like, it's this other girl that do hair, and she ain't out here, but she do silk presses, and she got way more subscribers than you and more followers. And I heard she only charged 55. I just feel like that's a whole lot of money to be paying. And at the breath, at the behind me, at her client. Like, oh my God, is that again? I completely, how much is it? And she's like, oh, babe, it's only $1,500 this time. Because remember, we didn't do the XYZ. And she's like, man, thank you. Oh my God, it's going to be $2,000. And then she gave her that money and then gave her $150 tip. And then 2 seconds later, I got this black chick in me, and I'm a black woman too. I say, hey, I got a black woman in front of me, and she like, I still just feel like that a lot. Like I'm sitting at work, and I'm this is my truth. It is what it is. At the time, I'm not gonna put an exact number. I'm gonna just do a roundabout figure, but I'm getting like 10, 11, 12,000 a month, right? With YouTube. And so I'm $12,000 a month YouTube, but I'm sitting here arguing with this grown-ass woman who knew my prices before she walked through the door about paying me, $60, $61, as I'm listening to a white woman celebrating that all she had to pay was $1,500. Keep in mind, I've done a full silk press, and I've cut her in. She hadn't combed her hair. When I combed her hair that day before I washed it, that was the first time she had touched a comb or a brush in 3 weeks. Okay, and the lady who just paid $1,500, she got single process hair color. Single process. Her hair was all like, if jet black, pitch black is a level 1, her hair was probably like a level 4. $1,500 trim and not a keratin treatment, a Olaplex treatment. $1,500, and I got this woman sitting here nickel and dime $61. And it wasn't just that day. It happened a lot, because that's what women do. I don't care how much people like they treat their hairstyle great. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is. Don't get me wrong. I'm say it was 60-50. It was about 60-40. 60% of the apples were bad and 40% were good. But so I promise I'm about to be done with the story, and then we're gonna take comments. Give me 5 more minutes, I promise. Okay, I'm so glad I looked at that. I just clicked show. You said, but that white woman is only going to her twice a year. You do not know what you're talking. That's not true. That's my problem with the black community. I told y'all already, do not come on here. Have you been in the industry for 13 years as I have? Have you had any close-knit relationships with any Caucasian hairstylist? No. For 13 years of my career, I have been working across all for white women, and their clients do not just come every couple of months. That's not true. That is not true. They do not just see that twice a year. That is not true. White women will come in every 8 to 10 weeks for a trim and drop 50. Easy. What are y'all talking about? That's not true. y'all believe what y'all see on social media, and then y'all react as if you have more facts than I do. I've been spent 13 years in it. That's not true. That's a myth that white women only go to their hairstylist twice a year. Hear me? It's a myth. If they hair colored, or they may get like an extensive set of highlights every blue moon, but baby girl, baby boy, the white women that's coming to the white women that are inside of solar salons or studio salons, they hair color extensively, meaning like triple process hair color. That happens maybe twice a year as it grows out. But baby, they're in there every 10 weeks getting a trim because they believe their professional cosmetologist when she tells them that if they do not trim their ends are going to split. They not arguing back and forth with their hairstylist. They're not coming in there like, oh, well, how much do you charge? Because I heard that. No. And of course, there is a select few amount that do, but that's not true. Stop saying that. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And that's why I wanted to come on here and do this and that's why I'm saying I'm being real. So if you don't come on here, because that is what's wrong with the Black community. For whatever reason, Black women think that they can just come in and, like, as I'm talking and I'm telling y'all, this is what I've been doing since I was 19 years old, and I'm 30. I'm 31 in July, just turned 30. And this is all I've been doing. Since I was 19 years old, I have been doing hair for at least 11 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm saying 7 days a week because the days that I wasn't standing behind a chair, I was at videos or doing promotion since I was 19. So unless you've been in the industry since you was 19, stop stopping in and just making statements, trying to argue with people about stuff you know nothing about. If you go into your doctor's office and doctor makes a statement, you're not gonna be like, no, they didn't, because I saw Dr. Phil. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna be quiet because you respect him. But Black women do not respect other Black women who are cosmetologists because they believe that because they watching all of these people on YouTube University that they can do what we do, but you can't. And that's why most Black women do not have long hair. And the ones that do have long hair, once they straighten it out, they see that it's completely damaged. That's not true. White women do not only go to the hairstylist twice a year. How would these women be able to pay their bills? My booth rent at Solar Salons, and the girl right across the hall from me room was bigger than mine. And my room was $400 a week. And her room was bigger than mine. How is she paying her rent if all her clients only come in twice a year and her booth rent $500-$600 a week? Yeah, that's why I'm on here. That's why I'm frustrated. I'm not frustrated. That's why I wanted to talk. That right there. It's ridiculous because nobody's gonna come up to you like I'm a cosmetologist, so I'm not going to no mechanic and saying that ain't what you do because I don't know. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. What do you mean? And don't y'all, if you're not new to my channel, you know I have hydrogenated supertiva. I'm not missing edges. I just had an outbreak in my scalp. Hold on, y'all. I'm just reading some comments. And no, I didn't make up my bed. People get a lot of color treatments, and because thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like Black women, like, oh, and that's most Black women's excuse. Oh, well, white women only charge so much in hair salons, and Black women should be able to charge a year. You do not know what you're talking about. That is not true. How is she paying $580 booth rent every week? Every week, and she was right across the hall from me. She had a double, and a double her size because she had a larger double. I had a large single because it was just me. She had a larger double, $585 a week. Her clients only come twice a year. No, that's not true. You do not know what you're talking about. You do not know what you're talking about. That's not true. Their clients respect them. And their clients don't speak on stuff they don't know because they booking her because they don't know what they're doing, and they know that. But Black women don't do that. Y'all book appointments with a Black hairstylist and then act like y'all a hairstylist, and then y'all hairstylist is on an interview with you. Let's call it a spade, Sugarfoot. You see that? Lies. There are many, many Black women who have long, healthy hair. Why is your hair not down your back? If you're talking to me, my love, I will have you know that I've been growing my hair out from a shaved pixie cut with my hair shaved, almost bald in the back and almost bald on the sides. And at the top, my hair was to about right here. So to grow my hair out evenly, which I've done in under a year, I've grown it from shaving my entire head half of an inch to being right here. And in time, I cut my hair an inch because I had to even it out. Because when I started growing my hair, it was this long in the front and shaved and tapered on the sides. Shaved it on the top. I only shaved it to a 1, and then on the sides it was half of an inch. So as my hair grew out, I had to keep in, because when you have a short pixie cut, stuff grows out by layers. So once again, I'm so glad that people like you are on, so you can see exactly what I am talking about. We are out here in the streets, marching, picketing, fighting for equality, and then we come in here in different live videos and talk shit about people we don't even know about. Like, I don't know you. I've seen other people too. So I'm addressing this, and then I'm about to answer your questions because I'm not dwelling on this. But this is why I'm on here, because we out in the streets marching and picking, and respect us. Don't be rude. Don't be disrespectful. But the first chance Black women get, they start shit to each other online. Lies. Your hair is short. Why is your hair only that? The proper thing for you to do would have been to say, hey, Sam, I have a question. Well, why is your hair longer? And then I would have explained it to you. But I don't know you personally. I'm not attacking you. I haven't said anything directly to anybody. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see anybody's name. I'm speaking fact based on my experience over the last 13 years of myself as a dermatologist in the hair industry. The fact, and this is why I'm making the video. That's why I'm addressing stuff the way that I am, because everybody is begging God for provision, but we treat each other like fucking garbage. Lies. How is that? What are we talking about? How do we equate the fact that I'm speaking on how long or short my hair is? If my validity is somehow measured in my baby. That's why I'm on here. Because I want to get to the bottom of what y'all problem is. Like, what is your problem? You need everybody who's made a comment like hers, because there are quite a few of them. Everybody who's made a comment like hers, I need you to ask yourself, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with Black women when when we hear something that we've never heard before, instead of us stopping and doing our research, the first thing we want to do is attack the person that's giving us the information. Like my rice water videos. I cut the comments on my rice water videos off. Now I have a second email address now, because my email, the book and send out email, full from apology emails from people with the rice water video. Because I was all types of bald-headed bitches before, when I was telling people that water was only for high porosity hair, and even with high porosity hair, it damages your hair after a long term. And now that people see the proof of it, because other people are making videos of the damage I was speaking of, now you coming back and apologizing for calling me out of my name. Why not just change yourself? Why not just be different? That's why I'm making this video. Read the caption. This don't have nothing to do with hair. This is all about the mentality of women and the way that y'all think. And y'all nasty as fuck, but then y'all go home and y'all beg God to get y'all out of the stuff that y'all in. It's millions millions of people unemployed, but then everybody's sitting online talking shit. Oh no, you shut up, you're stupid, lies. That's not true. What do I get out of lying? I'm not asking anybody for money. I'm not trying to get nobody to buy nothing. I'm not gonna ask y'all to sign up for nothing at the end of this. Why would I lie? Why? I want to answer. That's not a rhetorical question. Why would I lie? Why? Y'all have issues, like issues for real. So anywho, I'm really glad that people like that are showing their face right now, because the same type of people that's on here talking shit are the same type of people sometimes, not everybody. Oh, not everybody. Let me say this. All of my amazing clients, y'all know exactly who y'all are, and y'all already know that when Corona is over, right before I leave Vegas, they already having a pop-up. So my clients that was 100 know that I'm not talking to them, and quite a few. But this video is not just necessarily just for me, because I am not the only hairstylist that feels this way. I get so many different DMs and messages from other hairstylists thanking me for having conversations like the one that we having right now. Because see, the people and the trolls and everybody else is coming in here talking shit now that wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. If a hairstylist says that to you, this is her job, this is how she pay her bills, this is how she take care of her kids. So a lot of hairstylists aren't willing to risk it to be that transparent, whereas I've built another stream of income for myself, so I don't mind talking about it. And my purpose is bigger than my life, and I understand that there are so many people coming into this hair industry, and I cannot stand by and watch women come into this industry and deal with the same type of stuff that I used to deal with without sharing my experiences. So that women who actually do have a heart and an ear to hear can think about it. I'm not telling you what to do. I just want to lead so you can begin to think about it. So the next time you book an appointment with a hairstylist and think about canceling on her 5 minutes before your appointment, or you decide that you're going to go get in a line at McDonald's and be 20 minutes late, I want you to think about conversation and think about how she's feeling and what she's going through. And what you doing, what you stopping and selfishly getting a hamburger and being 10 minutes late is going to do her day. Listen, you are being compared. This is the last thing we're gonna say on that deal. We moving on. After I say this, as soon as I say, all right, girl, I'm done, then go ahead and ask your questions. I'm comparing white women to black women. When you YouTube and you go under a white hairstylist page, yeah, you see rude comments, but a bunch of white women ain't under. Forget everything. You're putting black women against. Stop. So I'm not supposed to call a spade a spade. I'm not supposed to speak on what actually happens. But when y'all come on somebody's YouTube channel and you don't like the way that they was holding the brush, or you don't like the way they was cutting hair, you can comment and say, oh, you stupid. I would never let you touch my hair. But I can't say that black women are nasty and ignorant towards each other when they are. You are. If you don't want nobody to say it to you, then don't do it. Because you just did it. Boo. Like, let's keep it 100. And after this, if you say something else disrespectful, I'm blocking you from my channel altogether. And you won't even know when I post anything, because I'm gonna block you. Okay? So, and I promise this is the last time I'm responding to her. Only reason I'm responding is because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. This person right here, she's one of hundreds of people. One of hundreds. Don't know what they talking about. Sitting at home, because right now it's 5 o'clock here, but it's like 8:07 in other places. So it's 8 o'clock at night, and you sitting down talking shit behind a computer to somebody that you don't even know about something you don't even know. Okay, so from now on, moderators, now that we're through that, You guys have a clear enough example. So moderators that are in here, if you see anybody being rude or disrespectful, please block them. Don't put them in time out. Block them. I am not dealing with ignorance. I'm not. Because on social media, we have came to this place where we believe that we can say whatever the hell we want to say to people that are online because they posting on, because I decide to post online, because I decide to share information that I spent thousands of dollars to learn with you for free. I am now obligated to take your abuse. That's how they go. But if somebody look at you wrong at work, you crying and trying to sue. But a person who gets online and shares their talent, shit, it comes with the territory. I should be ready to be treated like shit because I'm doing something that you can't do. No. 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 Sorry. No. No. Sorry. So anyway, like I said, like writing me, I even get hairstylists that just got their license that's deciding that they don't want to do